very often. Well, let's get some thoughts about the general mood down there on the grid and those weather conditions at Lions Store. Martin Brundle is down there.
Let's see what we can find out. We might be about as welcome as a toothache, I think, in some of these slots today, because obviously a lot of decisions going on last minute. The track is quite wet. What do we know already? Well, the weather's coming from the south and the east, behind that grandstand indeed. So when it arrives, and we've seen it in other races, it's going to hit Stavelot, back to Blanchimont, and the final part of the lap. Well, that's where they're going to first find the rain coming. And also the track to dry the slowest has been the last two corners and this pit straight. It's a newer tarmac, I think, and that'll be a factor during the Grand Prix as well. I don't know if we can get a quick word with an Alonso. Massa's car has just come through here, and they've had to change spark plugs, wiring loom, and all sorts of things since in the Parc Fermé since qualifying. So clearly they had an issue on the way into the Parc Fermé, and Massa's car then late to the grid and with a few gremlins. I don't think we're going to get in on Alonso at the moment, because they're clearly discussing with Alan Permane there and Flavio Briatore critical decisions on what they're going to start the race on. Let's just have a word with Jonathan here at Red Bull. Jonathan Wheatley. What's news, Jonathan, on the track, the weather forecast according to you guys?
Well, at the moment we think the weather conditions are going to stay about the same. It's quite dry up at turn 8, turn 9, so I would imagine that most cars will start on inters.
You think so? Do you think anybody's going to have a gamble on some wet and some dry tyres?
I don't know. It would be very brave, I think, very brave.
It's going to be a long afternoon, isn't it? OK, thanks for your help. Let's just see if we can get a quick word with Mark Webber. Mark, anything you can tell us to make us look intelligent down the pub tonight or at work tomorrow morning?
Well, most of the track's dry, except for this section of the track down the bottom here, at the bus stop and also La Source. So the first part of the lap and the last part of the lap is very, very wet and not that nice for the slicks are very, very hard, as you know. So intermediates here, but the rest of the track's dry.
So you think people might take a gamble on driving? The sun's shining. It's quite warm down there, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's warm. It's warm for the English, mate, but I think most people will probably have a crack at dries, yeah. OK, we're about to get run over. The old Ferrari's coming to the track here late. Thanks for your time. Cheers. We'll wander down, see what we can find. I was going to see where Kubica, I know, has just left the racetrack. Let's see if Alonso's down there in talkative mood. We'll have a quick word with him down there, see if we can get our elbows out. Hey, look at this little scrum. Can you stay with me? See if we can dive in here. Oh, yeah. Oh. I had a punch-up on the grid with the Italians before. Where's Patricia? She normally moves me up the queue. Hello, Patricia. Can we, as we're live here, can we get a quick word with the boy? Yeah. OK, well, let's stick the microphone in and see if we can. That ain't going to be any good, is it? He's not speaking in English. How long are we going to be, Patricia? Is it worth waiting? Yeah, I think so. Fernando, how's it going? Can you tell us a bit about the track?
Some parts are damp, some parts are completely dry, so difficult choice on the tires.
Have you made your choice now?
Not now, so we're still talking with the engineers, and will be a last-minute decision.
So you must be happy though, because you were saying you can't beat the Ferraris and the McLarens. 5th is your target. You might just have a chance now today in these conditions.
Yeah, if you are right in your decisions, you have a huge opportunity days like today, and I think it's more pressure for the front runners.
Okay, let's get on. Right. Let's see if we can talk to Kubica down there, because I wanted to go and talk to Massa, but literally they're so late on the grid. It's just not going to happen, and we'll get booted out of there. I heard that Kubica had made his way back onto the grid. Let's see if we can get a quick word. Robert, have you got 30 seconds? No? OK. Oh, well. Let's see if we can find anybody else down there. If not, we'll get out of here, because I think these guys are just too busy. In fact, we're going to do that. We're going to go back to Steve.